From caveman to a god. Age of Earth. Let us start this page with something interesting. Something science hasn't discovered yet. What is the true age of Earth and life? Earth is as old as our galaxy and not our solar system. Why would it make a difference? This will let us understand why life has not evolved on planets in our solar system in the same way as life on Earth. The previous circumstances or conditions in the previous solar system could have been totally different than those in our solar system today. Example, to get a vehicle on the move takes much more energy and effort than to keep it moving at a constant. The energy levels that worked on Earth in the previous solar system could have been much higher, stronger and even different from those experiencing on Earth right now. Energy levels now on Earth may only be enough to sustain or maintain life and not to develop or kick-start it. Our solar system was only created on day 4. According to science, Earth is 4.5 billion years old. However, according to the Bible, Earth is older than our solar system. Even life forms that use photosynthesis is older than 4.5 billion years. What does this mean? This only means Earth and life went through a supernova 4.5 billion years ago and survived. Therefore, time as we know and understand it did not exist on Earth from the start. The 7 days of creation should rather be seen as the 7 stages of creation. If every stage is studied carefully, even the hardest scientist will see, every little bit described in the 6 days of creation had to be done in exactly that order for us to be even here. Humans only now have the knowledge and technology to understand the science in the Bible. This is the new era, the discovery of the true science locked up in the Bible. We as humans have all this knowledge available. However, the key to the sequence of events and to complete the puzzles lies in the Bible. The Bible was written as a book of religion for people before the year 2000 AC and a book of science for modern humans. Modern man do not accept the words, "because I said so." However, there is a flip side to this. Seeing the facts, there is no way that there isn't something not yet defined by man, a being, an energy field, or call it whatever you want, far more advanced than man. Making sense of everything is by starting with stage 1. The only thing I do not get from the information given to us about the beginning of creation in the Bible is it the beginning of our universe? Or is it the beginning of our galaxy? The beginning. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. This is about the beginning of our galaxy. A new galaxy most probably exits through a wormhole. This new galaxy was an old galaxy that was sucked in by a black hole somewhere else in the universe. Exiting a black hole most probably seem correct, as everything would be dark, frozen, empty and without form caused by compression. The products are dark matter and black energy. This means, the beginning in the Bible is the beginning of our galaxy. My theory is galaxies are being recycled just like everything else in the universe. This also explains movement in space. When a galaxy is removed from one place, an empty hole is created, causing other galaxies to move towards the open space. The new galaxy also pushes away other galaxies to create space for its existence. The movement away from our galaxy isn't caused by a big bang, but rather movement that was created by our galaxy when it opened a space for its existence. Stage 1. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. This is the first element that was created, fire or light. In the explosions that caused the light, more matter is formed and more energy is released. Stage 1. And the evening and the morning were the first day. This little piece of information seems to be insignificant. However, it is actually of great importance. It is the beginning of gravity, magnetic fields, and static electricity caused mostly by rotation and friction. To me, gravity is the fifth element. It is necessary to sustain life. This is also where Earth became part of an older solar system. Stage 2. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. In this stage Earth was already formed. What is important of this stage is the second element was formed, namely air, atmosphere or wind. Stage 3. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear," and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. In this stage the last two elements were created for planet Earth to be able to sustain life. Earth and water. The Bible in the beginning wasn't about anything other than the beginning of life on Earth. Stage 3. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself, upon the earth," and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself, after his kind. In this stage life starts on earth. Life is being described as plants, so why did the first author thousands of years ago not start with animals? According to science, single-cell prokaryotes appeared 4 billion years ago. They used photosynthesis just like plants. However, the next slide will blow your mind. Stage 4. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth," and it was so. What is definitely important in this stage is in which order things happened. You first get the making of the stars, not any stars but those used by humans such as Alpha Centauri. Good example of humans using these stars are the Maya, Egyptians, and Incas. New stars are formed in a galaxy when a supernova happens. These stars create new solar systems. Stage 4. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. As I said in the previous slide, the formation of our own solar system only comes after the formation of new stars. There is also a second set of stars following our Sun and Moon. This to me is the planets within our solar system. It is the only way it can happen. This is what is so mind-blowing, not only in the descriptions but also in the sequence in which the stages happen. Genesis 2:5. And no shrub of the field had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to work the ground. What is of importance is how life or plants come to be in Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. In Genesis 1 God made plants and it yield seeds, however in Genesis 2 there was already seeds but no plants. God just let it rain for the plants to grow. Summary. Humans know Earth's tectonic plates keeps on moving and the surface of the Earth is continually recycled through volcanoes. Earth was scorched in the supernova 4.5 billion years ago, therefore to get to the correct information of Earth and the galaxy humans need to go through Earth's crust. The answer lies most probably in the Kola superdeep borehole in the Soviet Union. The hole is 12,262 meters deep and is in the Peshinsky district, on the Kola Peninsula. The correct answer may even be deeper. Stages that were followed. Looking at the first things that are mentioned, energy and matter. Without those two things nothing can exist. In science it is exactly what is found in space, dark matter and black energy. Stage 1, Light and Gravity. The first thing that will happen to matter when energy is applied, is heat. Heat is created through friction and chemical reactions, resulting in explosions causing light, more heat, movement through shock waves and expansion through vibrations and movement of molecules or density. Even in the order which rotation starts is correct. Stage 2, Air or Wind. With the interaction between molecules gases will form, therefore creating pockets of gases and combination of gases. Our atmosphere was originally 80% water. How did the Bible knew the waters were divided? Stage 3, the final two elements in life. As can be seen in the verses, earth and waters were divided, creating earth and water as elements, the last two elements to sustain life. More importantly is the creation of life itself. This stage are important since it is the first step that proves Earth to be older than our solar system. Proof? Yes, the information given to us are very clear. Differences between Genesis 1 and 2 on how plants started and the fact that our solar system only came in the stage after life, it becomes clear Earth and life went through a supernova. All this can explain why life already started 4 billion years ago, and it even explain RNA on meteorites. Pieces of the original Earth ending up on asteroids in space as a result of the supernova. Stage 4, the other stars, suns, in our galaxy and then our own solar system. A supernova is a stellar explosion. Supernovae are a key source of elements heavier than oxygen. These elements are produced by nuclear fusion, for iron-56 and lighter elements, and by nucleosynthesis during the supernova explosion for elements heavier than iron. The kinetic energy of an expanding supernova remnant can trigger star formation due to compression of nearby, dense molecular clouds in space. From Wikipedia.org. In 1996, astronomers at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign theorized that traces of past supernovae might be detectable on Earth in the form of metal isotope signatures in rock strata. Subsequently, iron-60 enrichment has been reported in deep-sea rock of the Pacific Ocean by researchers from the Technical University of Munich. From Wikipedia.org. Evidence from daughter products of short-lived radioactive isotopes shows that a nearby supernova helped determine the composition of the solar system 4.5 billion years ago, and may even have triggered the formation of this system. From Wikipedia.org. In this stage I do not think the author could have written the supernova more clearly with the vocabulary and human knowledge at that time. He had to use words that would make sense today but at the same time make some sense to the writer or the one holding the pen. Therefore using less words but specific words. Please do not tell me it is Moses that is the author. I am sure he knows nothing about the formation of galaxies and gravity. The four elements needed for life. Building blocks of life using photosynthesis. The forming of a solar systems after a supernova or a planet surviving a supernova. Yes, his hand was the one on paper, however not his knowledge. We as mankind were placed in a time and space capsule away from the rest of the universe to develop into a god, will be explained in more detail on next part of the beginning. The universe runs on quantum physics. However, man and his evolution were placed in a close system as defined by Einstein. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be changed from one form to another. Therefore, everything that is, was, and will be. Nothing gets added or are lost, it is always the same energy. It was not so in the beginning but after sin. Let's get sin sorted out. It was not what humans did that got them kicked out of Eden but what they would become and what they would be capable of. Let me explain in the way Einstein would ask, as simple as possible. When man was made, it was for a purpose. Some will call it slavery, but man was made to work the earth. It only become like slavery after sin when it was changed to punishment. However, this is not what the restrictions are about. When man ate from the tree of knowledge, it changed its genetics. It is the same thing as when science changed the genetics of corn or wheat. This genetic change unlocked the growth of the human brain, and just as the reptilian said, it will make us gods. It will give us the knowledge of good and evil. That is exactly what happened. Human's brain grew from less than 500 cubic centimeters to 1,800 cubic centimeters. Mankind would become a serious threat to the Garden of Eden. Mankind had to grow into a responsible being that could manage the responsibility of this knowledge of good and evil. Man was watched over and helped from the beginning by highly intelligent beings up and until 2,000 years back. Mankind then moved into the final stages of development, and the last 100 years, man had to mature on its own. Sin isn't about punishment but selection. Mankind has a major role to play in the universe, and therefore only those that use knowledge to do good and who accept the chosen leader will qualify. However, more about this in the next 3 days. Man's biggest discovery was to read and write. There are more knowledge lost every time someone dies, even if some knowledge was captured on a sheet. However, to go beyond, we need to think way out from what has already been written. Scientists 100 years back did not have all the info or technology within one click of a button. We cannot posit what we know. Knowledge up and until now was based on a small portion of people, which is correct, but with technology every single person has the wisdom to say or to contribute to modern thinking, and therefore the ultimate knowledge. The truth. Never will there be a cosmic genius, for the true cosmic genius is mankind and all of its combined thinking and knowledge brought together on the internet. Just a question on the side, was Nemesis the original sun causing the supernova? Therefore, all that is left of Nemesis is what we see today? Did our sun ignition slingshot Nemesis into the orbit it is in today? Could Earth actually have been part of Nemesis' solar system, but gravity from our stronger sun pull it in? Or the other way around, did Nemesis steal back some planets after the supernova? This is only speculation, the type of things needed on this channel. The Golden Rule. Job 28 verse 28, and he said to the human race, the fear of the Lord that is wisdom, and to shun evil is understanding. Therefore, always fear and respect God. However, always search for the truth. For us to be able to shun or cut out evil, we need to understand how things work and fits into our world. For this is the purpose of man right now, to grow into a righteous and knowledgeable being worth saving. Thanks for watching.